So what actually makes us happy? I mean, really, truly happy. It's one of the biggest questions in life, right? And today, we're going to look past the usual answers. We're going to explore this really fascinating idea that true contentment, it isn't found in some final perfect answer, but in the space between what we believe and what we doubt. So let's start with this powerful idea from the historian Yuval Noah Harari. And when you hear that, something inside you just kind of nods along. You know it's true on some deep level. But actually, living it? Yeah, that's a whole different ballgame. And that's really the core of it, isn't it? If we instinctively get that happiness isn't about the job or the money or the social status, why do we spend so much of our lives chasing those exact things? Why is it so incredibly hard to live by this truth we already know? To get to the bottom of that, we have to start thinking about happiness like a puzzle. But here's the twist. The goal isn't to find some missing piece out there in the world. It's about understanding how the pieces already fit together, right inside of us. Think about it like this. There's a huge difference between a quick hit of joy and real, lasting happiness. Getting some unexpected cash or your boss finally giving you that praise you've been waiting for, it feels great. It's a spike of joy. But does it build up? I mean, does the 10th compliment feel as good as the first one did? Nah, probably not. These are just fleeting highs, not a real foundation you can build on. So here's a brilliant way to think about it. Lasting happiness is like your internal temperature. It's not about those sudden hot flashes of excitement or joy. It's about maintaining a stable, warm feeling of well-being that you carry with you, no matter what the weather is doing outside. Okay, so the goal isn't chasing these temporary spikes of joy. The real goal is to build that lasting happiness, to raise our internal temperature for the long haul. But how? How do we actually do that? Well, it seems to come down to two key pillars. This lasting happiness, it seems to rest on two core ideas. The first one is alignment, this feeling of being true to your own purpose. And the second is resonance, that sense of deep connection with other people. Let's break them down. First up is alignment. It's this idea of feeling a sense of oneness or consistency within yourself. And here's the key. It's not about having arrived at some final destination. It's about feeling that what you're doing today, right now, actually lines up with your personal values. It's that quiet strength you feel when you know you're on the right path for you, even if you're still figuring it all out. The second pillar is resonance. This one is about connection. It's that deep, profound satisfaction you get when you can genuinely feel someone else's joy and they can feel yours. It's not loud or flashy. It's more like a quiet, shared warmth, a feeling that you're echoing and reverberating with the people around you. So we've got these two pillars, alignment with ourselves and resonance with others. But what's the engine that actually powers them? How do we build this stuff in our real, messy, everyday lives? Well, the answer, it's a little paradoxical. And that brings us to this phrase that at first glance sounds totally impossible. Constantly believe, constantly doubt. Wait, what? How can you do both of those things at the same time? But believe it or not, this might just be the very engine that powers a truly fulfilling life. See, it's not a contradiction. It's more like a dynamic partnership. Think of it like a car. Belief is the engine. It's the gas pedal. It gives you the power and the conviction to move forward on your path. But doubt? That's your steering wheel. It lets you check your course, look around, and ask, wait, am I still headed in the right direction? You absolutely need both to get anywhere meaningful. So you see, it's not about choosing belief or doubt. It's about embracing the constant dance between the two. This dynamic mindset is really the key to living with both purpose and connection. And when you start to think this way, it leads to a huge shift in how you even approach happiness. This whole framework flips the script on the kind of questions we ask ourselves. We can stop asking that old, draining question, what am I missing? That just focuses on everything we don't have. Instead, we can start asking a new, much more powerful question. What do I want to believe in? And what am I willing to keep questioning? It shifts the entire search for happiness from out there to in here. So what does this all mean for you personally? It really just comes down to turning this whole exploration inward and asking yourself one last really important question. So the next time you feel that little pull of dissatisfaction, maybe resist the urge to ask what you need to get. Instead, ask yourself this: what is my source of happiness? What belief is going to be my engine? And what doubt is going to be my steering wheel? To build a life of alignment and resonance that is truly, deeply my own. Thanks for tuning in.